Ever since his arrival to the then called NASCAR Busch Series in 2003, Kyle Busch, aka KFB, has wasted no time in leaving his mark. When you have over 100 career wins and a championship in one series, that is something to be proud of. Kyle Busch is the now called Xfinity Series GOAT. By 2011, he had already accumulated well over 50 career nationwide series wins. My goodness, all the name changes. But in 2012, we were about to witness something we didn't think was possible. A season that, if you look back on the record books, would make you speechless. This is Kyle Busch's worst Xfinity Series season. In 2012, Kyle Busch Motorsports was about to make the transition to full-time nationwide series competition. They had already made their debut in 2011 with former F1 champion Kimi Räikkönen, but 2012 was about to be the real deal, with not just one, but two Busch brothers. This was controversial because in both of their 2011 seasons, they had some type of controversy. KFB with the truck incident, and Kurt, well,
look like a fucking off. Everybody.
Busch had to be restrained from NASCAR.com reporter Joe Menzer on pit road.
I didn't say that tonight.
You did?
Did not.
I said we're in his head.
So you could guess the media was kind of blowing up over this, thinking what in the hell is gonna happen this year. And honestly, the fan base was pretty fearful that both of the Busch brothers were gonna basically win all the races, right? Well, actually, that didn't happen. As a matter of fact, quite the opposite. Remember, even though this operation is Joe Gibbs Racing affiliated, this is still a brand new team in the Nationwide Series. Right away, they had some minor problems in their first race of the season.
The latch is bent and the window would not lock shut, so the window was vibrating in the car. Kyle looked over in the traffic and saw the window vibrating and told the crews he was coming down pit road. It took extra time to put a backup window in and make sure it latches shut. So how about that for Kyle dodging a bullet here early on?
It was no biggie. They were able to get that fixed, and he was able to march his way up front for the final laps in the 2012 Daytona season opener. For a moment coming out of turn 4, it looked like KFB was going to win, until Stenhouse hooked him in the big one. This began a course of bad luck and struggles that I don't think anybody was anticipating.
Remember we were talking about Mark Martin making that great save? Here's Kyle Busch.
Not to be outdone. Oh man, big save.
Las Vegas native Kyle Busch, his team working on his car. This racetrack that has been kind to him, he's got a win here in the Sprint Cup Series, has been very frustrating for him in the Nationwide Series. And this spin a minute ago caused this damage to his Toyota.
Well, he kept driving it and missed that first wall, but then this one just couldn't quite keep it out.
New developments here at Bristol. Kyle Busch just on pit road under the green flag, Jamie.
He had a right side tire going down. He said since the restart he's been plowing terribly. All of a sudden he said, guys, I'm coming. They changed the right side tires. He's down and away.
Something was way off here, and it was really scary. Kyle Busch is 4 races into the new season without a single top 10 in Nationwide Series competition. This is his bread and butter series, and now all of a sudden he's struggling just to manage a single top 10? What happened? Well, like I mentioned earlier, this is a brand new team that moved up a series. You can have all of the best equipment in the world, but when you don't have the right people around you to make that work, this is what happens. The frustration reached a boiling point at Fontana, where Kyle Busch had to be sent all the way to the back and worked his way through the field throughout the race. He ended up taking the lead in the closing stages of the race at one point, and when a late caution came out in the final laps, he was able to put his team in a good position, and they ended up messing up the pit stop. So much so that they ended up falling out of the top 10 entirely and gave us one of the best Kyle Busch rants of all time.
Just take two, tighten it up. Hold it. Go. Put 4 on it, you motherfuckers. And we're on fucking sleazy ass motherfucking tires. God damn it, you fuck. Embarrassing. Fucking embarrassing. That's all we've been this year is a big fucking embarrassment. God damn it, can't we get our shit together? For fuck's sakes.
In the end, the team did rebound and scored their first ever top 10 in Nationwide Series competition. The problem was it was mirrored with the fact that they could have won the race. After Kyle Busch took his break, Kurt Busch made his debut at Texas, and the struggles continued. A blown engine while running inside the top 10 was the result. But the following race at Richmond, Kurt Busch would give KBM a historical first.
Kurt Busch trying to bring home win number 1 for KBM and his brother, Kyle.
Come into the white flag. Kurt Busch, Denny Hamlin. How rough will it get? Can Kurt hang with him? Here they come to the checkered flag. Who's it going to be? Hamlin sliding it sideways. Give it to Kurt. You got it. Race. What a finish. Way to go, guys.
I don't know what to say. I mean, to have Kurt do it doesn't bother me one bit. That's awesome. Just a great feeling for me, for Samantha, for Grandma at home, for my dad, everybody. This is cool.
You can hear the emotion and relief in Kyle Busch's voice. Kurt Busch did it for him, not only having some type of redemption for himself at the time, but also giving Kyle Busch his first win as a car owner. And the following week at Talladega, it nearly happened again. Talladega saw Joey Logano time it perfectly, but just like that, it was nearly 2 wins in a row. While progress in the Nationwide Series continued, over in the Cup Series, Kurt Busch was having a very interesting time. That controversy would soon follow over to the Nationwide Series in his 5th start for KBM at Dover.
At the beginning of the race, Justin Allgaier in the 31 gets loose and makes contact with Kurt in the 54. After the race, they confront each other, and when Kurt tries to leave, Allgaier won't let go.
I had just gone through this full race of in my windshield, communication with the team, working at the best that I could, you know, muscling a 4th place finish out of it, and he hands me this question about being on probation and racing Allgaier differently, which the Allgaier thing happened 200 laps ago. It happened on lap 1. And first thing that comes out of my mouth is, it's just bleh, came out of my mouth of, I need to kick your ass.
Did it impact you, how you raced, Justin? The fact that you're on probation after that, he said he was racing you.
It refrains me from not beating the shit out of you right now because you ask me stupid questions. But since I'm on probation, I suppose that's improper to say as well. After I got off of pit road, I told Rick Wren, the team manager for Kyle, I think something serious is gonna happen. I think I just screwed up completely. And he goes, what'd you do? What'd you say? I'm like, well, I think that I told Bacchus I wanted to kick his ass, but I don't even know.
The charge, verbal abuse to a media member. The punishment, a 1-week suspension.
Kurt Busch did in fact race the following weekend at Michigan in the 54, but remember, this suspension was only for the Cup Series. Progress continued for the team as the summertime saw 9 straight races with 8 top 5s and 9 top 10s. When it came to getting Kyle Busch a win as a driver for the team, opportunities either kept getting wasted or the speed wasn't there.
3-way race for position here. This is 9th, 10th, and 11th. Yes, Kyle Busch has fallen that far back. That no trouble. Hornets into the back of Kyle Busch, and Busch and gone crash.
Well, the one thing that Elliott Sadler didn't want to see, and Ricky Stenhouse saying this is what he needed to make sure that he was going to have an opportunity.
Caution out. 7 laps to go. Looked like Sam Hornish was trying to cut out from behind Kyle Busch to make it 3 wide, and misjudged by just a skosh.
Whoa, Kyle gets around. Can he save it before hitting the wall?
Lock it down. Lock it down.
Caution is out. And what a save.
Get it rolling here. Get it rolling.
I know this team had to be feeling some type of way. They have the best driver in series history and somehow just can't get over the hump. They closed out the season with 3 poles and a ton of races where it looked like they had race-winning speed in the beginning. In 11 starts, Kurt Busch had 1 win, 6 top 5s, 8 top 10s, and an average finish of 9.9. In 22 starts, Kyle Busch had 0 wins, 9 top 5s, 14 top 10s, 3 poles, and an average finish of 11.1. 14.1. This is even worse in the history books when you take into account that the fact that the guy he made fun of on national television, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., won the championship that season. The last time KBM raced in this series was 2013 with Parker Kligerman. Even though they had some pretty wacky moments, they also had some glimpses of hope. 0 wins, 3 top 5s, 13 top 10s, a 9th place points finish, and an average finish of 14.1 was the end result. They scaled back to just the Truck Series team after the 2013 season, all while KFB continued to break the record books in Xfinity. Since that dreadful winless season, he has racked in 51 career wins, which also included his historic 100th career win. Say what you will about KFB racing in Xfinity, he's a racer at the end of the day, so he's about to race in whatever. But for those who don't like it, at least you can marvel at what was Kyle Busch's worst season in Xfinity Series history. And once again, that'll do it for another video. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Black Flags Matter. Catch you next time.